Do subscribe to the Gadgets 360 YouTube channel and don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you're the first to know about our new videos. Android Wear started somewhere back in 2014 and the first Android wearable looked something like this. Now this is the LG G Watch, and now in 2018 we've got brands like Diesel making Android Wear devices which look like this. While tech companies have failed to make an appeal for Android Wear, fashion brands have now stepped in. We've got fashion labels like Fossil and Michael Kors among others in the market right now. This isn't the first smartwatch for Diesel. It has made a hybrid watch somewhere in 2016. The Diesel On smartwatch is its first Android wearable. Now priced at 25,000 rupees, it isn't cheap. But does the high price justify this Android Wear device? Well, we find out. One look at the Diesel On smartwatch, and it isn't a tiny watch by any means. Now the case measures 48mm and it's quite big and chunky, typical to other Diesel analog watches. The case has a black machine finish element on the top, whereas the rest of it is plain aluminium. It also has 4 tiny pieces on the top which kind of jut out and protect the display from getting hit. The display doesn't sit flush with the case. Instead, it's positioned slightly lower and has got sloping bezels around it. Take the watch off and you will notice that it does use big chunky leather straps. Now these are 24mm leather straps that can be changed with any other 24mm straps available in the market. First, let's have a look at the case. The case has 2 function buttons on the right and a digital crown. The crown can be rotated and is clickable. Whereas on the left, it has 2 screw heads which look like design elements and has a tiny speaker grill in between. Flip the watch over and you will notice that the back is made up of 2 elements. You have a tiny acrylic window in the center and a metal piece surrounding it. Now the acrylic window facilitates wireless charging for the watch, and eagle-eyed viewers might have already noticed that there is no heart rate sensor, which is kind of shocking for the price. The Diesel On smartwatch comes in 2 variants, one with a leather strap and the other with a metallic strap. Now both the variants use 24mm straps which are easily replaceable with any other 24mm strap that's available in the market. The watch has quick release clips which can be used to change the straps quite easily. You don't need any specialized tools and it does not take more than a couple of seconds to do so. The watch weighs around 96 grams and it definitely makes its presence felt on the hand, but it isn't uncomfortable at any point. Overall, the design is quite similar to analog watches from Diesel in the market. Hardware of the Diesel On smartwatch is similar to other Android Wear devices in the market. It's powered by a Snapdragon 2100 Wear processor and has 512 MB of RAM. It runs on Android Wear 2.0 on top of Android Oreo. It is compatible with Android devices running 4.3 or higher, as well as iOS devices running iOS 9 and above. There's 4 GB of internal storage which can be used to download apps or store songs if you have an active subscription for Google Play Music. The watch has a 1.4-inch AMOLED display which does not have the flat tire design found on the Moto 360. It also has an ambient light sensor which adjusts brightness automatically based on current lighting conditions. The display has good viewing angles and we could see it even under direct sunlight. The watch has quite a few customizations for you. It's quite easy to change the watch face, and unlike an analog watch where you're stuck with one particular watch face till you change the watch, on a digital smartwatch you can change it as per your likings. Diesel has kept that in account. There are quite a few dials that are pre-installed on the watch, but if you do want some custom dials, you can download them from the Play Store. Customizing watch faces are quite easy. You can simply long press on the display and it will show you the edit mode, and you have quite a lot of options to choose from, right from the dial color, index color, hand color to the sub-eye text, pop color. The customization options are endless, and once you're done customizing it, you can also save it along with the other pre-installed ones. Connectivity options on the Diesel On smartwatch are sadly limited. You have Bluetooth and Wi-Fi support, but sadly it misses out on GPS, NFC and a heart rate sensor. However, it has a speaker and a microphone, and because of Android Wear 2.0, you can make and receive calls directly on the watch. Now let's go ahead and try calling Gagan and see if it is possible to make the call purely based on the watch. Like some other smartwatches, it doesn't have a dedicated SIM card slot, so any call you make will be routed through the smartphone. Let's just quickly go ahead and try making a call and see if it succeeds. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we do have to keep our watch quite close to our face. Can you? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. So that's good. So we have made a call using the speaker on the diesel on watch, and Gagan saying that he can hear us clearly. But it does seem a little awkward when you have to raise the watch to your face every single time you make or receive a call using the smartwatch. Now do keep in mind that, okay, Gagan? Hello?
Should I hang up?
Yeah, I'll disconnect. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, bye. Do keep in mind that the watch has a 370 mAh battery, which will deplete faster if you make calls quite frequently using the watch. With regular use, we found that the watch could last for one whole day with the always on mode switched on, whereas with the battery saver mode, we found that the watch could last a day and a half. Interacting with the watch is quite simple. You can press the crown down, and that's when you get the list of all the apps that are pre-installed on the watch. You can also rotate the crown to go and select the app that you want to use. Diesel has installed a few of its apps, including Dial Effects and a Tony app. Dial Effects has 3 modes: weather mode, activity mode, and the do not disturb mode. Now, the weather mode has dial animations that represent the weather at your current location. Activity mode represents how active you are. So if you have been sitting around for a really long time, the dial accumulates dust, encouraging you to go for a walk. Do not disturb mode has a shatter animation that pops up every time a notification comes in. The Tony app is a basic app that conveys information about weather, current time, and your activity using wisecracks. Android Wear is quite light, and the Diesel on smartwatch can run it without lags, though we did find that it would occasionally show a loading animation for larger apps. Calling on the smartwatch is fairly decent. Incoming calls, however, is where the problem is. Accept a call on the smartwatch and you can talk and complete the call. However, accept the call on the phone and it disables the microphone on the phone and on the watch for the first 10 seconds. It's quite weird. Fashion brands have shown keen interest in wearable tech, and the Diesel on smartwatch is a fine example of it. Now what it scores in terms of looks, it loses it in terms of hardware. Priced at somewhere around 24,000 rupees, the on smartwatch does seem overpriced for what it offers. If you have your heart set on the Diesel on smartwatch, do keep in mind that you're paying only for the brand and the software customizations. If you are using an iPhone, the Apple Watch Series 2 will offer you higher value for money despite the slight premium. But if you are on Android, you might want to try to get your hands on the Asus ZenWatch 3 or on the Huawei Watch 2. Thanks for watching. For more news, reviews and features, head straight to gadgets360.com.